very few of them actually ran. The one that ran well was when the kid scammed it out for 20,000, flipped everybody off, said he did it. Then they pumped it when he owned no tokens. So that's more of a troll against him. I don't know what you can do to stop it. Obviously, they turn live streaming off, but this is part of the market. Unfortunately, it's not really a part of the market that I dabble in too often myself. We're going for memes that actually maybe have a team or a roadmap or an idea versus these pump.fun. But that industry is bringing in a ton of fees into pump.fun. Now, hopefully, pump.fun puts back some of that back into crypto. And maybe there'll be some follow-up platforms that will launch to kind of replicate and build on what pump.fun has done with the intention of making things a little better, making things a little more rug-proof, and maybe bringing some of that treasury funds back into the crypto market, whether that's Bitcoin buys, Ethereum buys, Solana buys, whatever it may be. Pump.fun has made a huge amount of money, but as of I know, all of that is going pretty much into the pockets of the developers there. Hopefully they're investing in crypto. That's all I can say. Yeah, I mean, it's a crazy part of the sector. I'm happy that not many of them actually pumped. And if people are dumb enough to do that stuff live on camera, well, I think the Fed or their local police force has an easy case against them, especially the one who did like a 24-hour crime spree. Well, he's going to go to jail for that because it's all recorded live on pump.fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can't fix stupidity.
No, you can't. And that's going to happen, regardless. When this was kind of the major topic on CT the last 2 days, and there's a lot of different theories of how to, and ideas around how to stop it. And most people, the consensus was agreed, like, well, if Pump.fun bans this, they're just going to move somewhere else. But I think at the end of the day, you're right. It's the lowest common denominator of people that are interested in that kind of stuff. I mean, ourselves, I don't think too many of the Crypto Paradise fans are going on Murder Rape Coin on Pump.fun or whatever the other crazy shit that people were doing to get attention out there. But yeah, it's kind of sad to see that's what society's has gotten to. But I've been heading that way in a long direction. If people think they can make a quick buck, then they're gonna.
We'll see how that sector progresses here over the next couple months. And they've made movies about this kind of stuff. There's that one movie where they're like live streaming and you're tipping people to do things in real time. I mean, yeah. So it's kind of sad that it's all coming to reality, but it is what it is. When money's involved, people will do anything, it seems. I mean, OnlyFans has exploded in value. They're bringing in massive retail, and girls and men and whoever are willing to exploit themselves for that quick cash. People want to live, so it is what it is. They can do what they want. Not something I'll partake in, but hey, no publicity is bad publicity, and that's meme coins, which is in the crypto sector, right?
I'll post feet pics all day if that's what the people want to see, but... Other than that, I'm gonna stick to the meme game and to the crypto game. So yeah, been an interesting week. Pump.fun went, it's still one of the most talked about apps. It's probably, I gotta imagine, it's the most profitable app in crypto this year. I mean, they were making over $1 million.
Yeah, I saw something like 350 million days or $350 million since launch, which was in March or April or something crazy like that.
Yeah. I mean, outside of like the fees generated from, Bitcoin or Ethereum, which are, being sent out to the miners and the validators, et cetera, maybe like a Uniswap or I don't know what other platform is generating that kind of revenue, more than $1 million a day, they were saying at its peak here. I'm interested to see how much that comes down now after this kind of, shock and awe campaign that happened last week, turning off live streams. I don't know how much it's going to hurt them. A lot of people saying it's the end of Pump.fun. I don't believe that at all. I think it definitely opens a door, though, for people like DexQuark, who we've talked about many times on this channel. And we have some new partners that are coming up. Some of these other, pump fun killer apps that are trying to get some of that market share. We put out a video today that came out about some of our top meme coin picks and meme coin infrastructure. If DexQuark can get 1% of the market share from Pump.fun, they're making close to $4 million a year, right? So Pump.fun's downfall, if it is that, or if even it's just a hitch in the business, they lose a little bit of market share. Gonna bring in some other creative minds into the space. Hopefully, DexQuark is one of those that's going to benefit from that.
Yeah, and that'd be that QRK token. We've talked to them, been talking to them since sub 100,000 market, up to 1.6. I think it's sitting around 300 or 400,000 now. Their user growth continues. They got the volume bot out. They got the bump bot out. And like I said, if you get 1% of a depreciated pump.fun, that could be 10, 20, 30,000 a day in revenue. And a large percentage of that is used for token buybacks and burns and LP ads. So, I mean, it's a small cap still, but they're utilizing the APIs of pump.fun. And I expect exciting things and some fillers in that sector. So we're going to be looking out for it, whether that's DexQuark or something new. we're going to try to find that for you guys.
Yeah,
So.
we're starting to see some of the meme, talk about the meme meta overall. I mean, as you can see, Pump.Fun is still launching tokens left and right. It has certainly not been the death of Pump.Fun. If we go over to Dex Screener here, I mean, you're seeing all the same kind of stuff. Just a chill guy. Consent to view this coin. FOMO Radio AI. Got the AI tokens going there. Jizmoon, like all the typical stuff you expect to see. The bully token. So, I mean, memes are far from dead. We got into this just a little bit the other day. I think this is kind of an interesting kind of perspective at the larger picture of what memes are and what they're gonna be. I don't really, I said this on one of the streams the other day. I don't see memes going away. Yeah, obviously things are going to slow down in the bear market. Your blue chips, the Pepes, the Doges, the Flokies and stuff. In my opinion, those are basically, blue chip altcoins at this point. I mean, obviously they're a meme, they're in the meme sector, but they're more of an altcoin, like, a DeFi altcoin or any other sector of an altcoin. They're just that big now. Obviously, all that's going to be affected when we have this, pullback whenever the bull market ends. But people aren't going to stop launching new meme coins, right? Like, we're not going to stop having cultural events that people make memes about. And now that the cat's out of the box, and people, can take any trend that pops. I mean, it's really within minutes of a news story breaking. There's 5 memes up on Pump.Fun or one of their competitors about whatever that happens to be. So I think it's a really interesting new dynamic that we're going to see. Is it just going to be shit memes like we saw the last week that, rug after rug after rug, and no one really actually makes any real money? Or is it going to turn into an actual cottage industry, niche industry that kind of encapsulates the culture a bit like NFTs used to, that, the ethos of pop culture isn't going to stop during the bear market? Why would memes?
Yeah, I don't really see them going away, especially with Elon Musk getting in Doge for the U.S. government here in a month, and you're seeing memes have success. Plus, you see some big large cap memes tacking on utility. Shib has the Shibiverse, Floki has their metaverse that's about to launch, and they have a Floki trading bot and buybacks and burns. On PulseChain, you're seeing memes with utility and liquidity bonding and using Hart's law. So it's ever expanding. Is there still going to be garbage pump and dumps? Yes, but that's been happening since the ICO boom in 2016 and 2017. So that's nothing new. We just got to find the good ones, and we've brought you some good ones. Whiskey, we brought you around 100,000 or 200,000 market cap. It's now at new all-time highs, 2 million. Dubcat, we brought you at 300K. It's now at 4 million. Dex Quark, we brought you at less than 100K. It's now at 400,000. Mellow Man, 300K. It's now at, I think, 3.5 or 4.5 million. So you just got to find the ones that are going to continue to work, the ones that are going to continue to produce new memes, make people laugh, but also looking to utility, looking to listings and token updates and everything else. TRUMPE is another one. We're up 400% on that one, and that's tapping into the Politify and the TRUMPE ecosystem. So I think memes don't die. Even if utility season comes back, that is when the tide will raise all boats, and memes will still have an outlier of liquidity and value in them as well.
Speaking about memes on different chains, a lot of different chains being talked about this week. I think Sui is a big contender that people are talking about right now. People are talking about a lot of interest coming back to base. But PulseChain is one that you've been talking about forever. We've got some new memes that we've been talking about on Crypto Paradise. Got a tweet up here that you posted earlier today about ENKI and Alien. Tell us a bit more about PulseChain. I'm not super familiar with PulseChain. I know, high level 30,000 foot view. But tell me a bit about what's going on there, especially with the...
Yeah, so PulseChain launched about 2 years ago, and it's got a lot of hate because Richard Hart is the one who launched it. You either love him or you hate him. Some people think he was a scammer, but I'm telling you that he's not. I've been right on this so far. PulseChain has had a lot of success. And with that, we've talked about PTGC, which is using liquidity bonding and kind of pegging itself to all the blue chips of PulseChain. And it is absolutely ripped. I think we're up about 4,000 to 5,000% since we brought it on Crypto Paradise. Well, now that ecosystem is expanding, and right now all the rage with PulseChain is talking about PDAI eventually pegging to $1, or the wrapped PulseChain Bitcoin pegging to the Bitcoin price, or the Atropa speculation. So there's a lot of speculation going on over on PulseChain, and how do you take advantage of that? Well, ENKI here, the one that we're talking about now, simply for holding it, the volume generates buybacks and burns of all those speculation tokens. So you start earning PDAI, you earn wrapped Bitcoin, you earn the #1 meme coin on PulseChain, you earn Atropa, and you get everything in there. And if the speculation is right and those prices absolutely surge, you have now hedged yourself. You protected yourself from having to buy those assets individually, because you own ENKI here, which is going up. And now you have in your wallet 4 other tokens plus the ENKI. So that is kind of how these liquidity webs work. That's how these tax tokens are working on PulseChain. A lot of the assets that I'm in are simply tax tokens. It's PTGC, it's UFO, it's Alien, and it's ENKI. They're all kind of under the same mothership. They all have the same alien theme. And by simply holding them, you earn payouts from the buybacks and burns. All of them are deflationary as well. The more volume on these assets, the more they buy of themselves off the open market, the more they burn of themselves, and the more they add to a locked liquidity pool. So that is kind of what is going on over in PulseChain and why their prices are surging. Because as people are onboarding into PulseChain, more volume is happening, and that is creating more buybacks, more burns, and more LP ads. And what happens when that happens? Price goes up and to the right. It's really as simple as that.